Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am recording this on Tuesday, but this is going out on a Wednesday, so happy Wednesday to you all. One more installment of the Lucy deep dive before tomorrow's EP, which is an extremely exciting. Learning about them through Superband was a joy and a blast. Their music is always a joy and a blast. Me finding out about them through Unbelievable was a joy and a blast. This entire deep dive has been a joy and a blast. And we have one more part because there were some B-sides or secondary title tracks that had MVs to check out. So we have live clips or MVs for Straight Line, Stove, Wonder, and Away, which I believe all of these should be in chronological order. Forgive me if they aren't. I'm gonna have Spotify open on the side so I can reference what album they're a part of. But yeah, thank you all for the wonderful comments. For the songs that I didn't get to, I'll probably be checking them out in my own time, especially while I'm moving or something like that. Of course, like I'm gonna have nothing to do but move and listen to music and stuff. So I may pop on Lucy here and there. I may hold off on listening to that childhood album mainly because because I'm recording this a day early. I'm off of just having listened to Play, and Play was possibly one of the most emotionally impactful non-ballad songs that I've listened to out of Korea. And that alone has got me invested in that album already. So even though it's a 15-song album, you may take a gander at it. That may be way down the road, mainly because I don't know when my move is going to be done. But we've got music to check out. So here we go, and it looks like my stream deck is working once again. That's good to see. And admin things. The day I'm recording this is Wonsang's birthday, so happy birthday, Mr. Wonsang. Of course, the day it's going out will be a day later, but happy birthday, Mr. Wonsang. Hopefully you had a great day. I was kind of rummaging through, like, not K-profiles, but like a wiki, like a Lucy wiki online, seeing if I could find any interesting facts that I didn't know. Apparently Yenebara worked on a Wuju Sonya B-side back in the day, and I have it pulled up. It's 12 o'clock, song number 6 off of the 2019 Wuju Stay EP. The fact that, I mean, it's part of the team, Yenebara, but the fact that Yenebara worked on a Wuju Sonya track just out of nowhere surprises me so much. And, like, listening to the song, though, I can kind of see little hints and traces of it. Also, like, I don't know how long it took me to realize. I think it might have taken me until the recent band coded video to come out, but the fact that Jihan from Weekly and Wonsang are related just makes me so happy, because they are so alike. They are so alike. They are such, like, lovable people. They're always happy. They're always smiling. They're like the happy pill of the room, and I love that about them. Oh, it's such a fun little fact. I love the little sibling interactions within the industry. Like, if we want to stick to another K band, like Dongmyeong of Wonwi and Xion of One Us are twins. I think that's adorable. And just little things like that where you have siblings in the industry, or like relatives or siblings in the industry, I find adorable. So, happy belated birthday, Mr. Wonsang. Hope you had a good one. But let's get into some music. This is Straight Line from... This is an older B-side, if I remember correctly. Straight Line is part of the first EP, the Panorama EP, so Jogging and Flare era. Here we go. Whoa.
너로 위해 멈춰있던 나 맨날 일 없었던 우린 Like a better line 너와 내가 닿는다면 Yeah Get it on the road, get it on the way 이 길의 끝을 보러 가 Hey you, hey you 주저하고 두려운 거라면 Hey you 없는 걸 쭉 뻗은 도로 위에 Just driving a straight line 열린 이 길을 봐 우린 어디로 떠나든지
Wait, hold on a minute.
그때 뒤돌아보면 지나온 길은 선물이 될
It kind of reminds me of Snooze a little
Just
bit.
driving straight line
Oh, a little
Just driving
ambient
straight
ad-libs.
line
Hey, yo, this is really nice.
바람은 좀 불지 않는 바다 위에서 떠 있는
Oh,
것만
getting very busy with the guitar. Hello.
아무것도 아무 말도 필요 없는 너와 나
Hey 우후후 Hey 우후후 주저하고 두려운 거라면 Hey 우후후 전혀 그럴 필요 없는 걸 쭉 뻗은 도로 위에 Just driving a straight line 열린 이 길을 봐
I love how simple this groove is.
우린 어디로 떠나든지
It's so mellow and it just flows so nicely.
지나온 길은 선물이 될 거야 Just driving straight line Just driving straight line
It's not overly complicated. It doesn't need to be overly complicated. Little Guangyo solo moment? Okay. Hey, member solos.
Just driving a straight line 열린 이 길을 봐 우린 어디로 떠나든지 그때
That's cool, because usually, if you kind of think about a band solo in this arrangement, you'd think it's either Sangyuk or Yecha that would get the solo. But they gave it to Gwangyul and Wongsang. I love that.
Just driving straight line
Okay, two things. I love that we have member solos in this. Two, the drum solo, the really gentle drum solo from Gwangyul, the same Gwangyul who originally started off as a vocalist on on Suband 1, the same vocalist that eventually picked up a bass and then sat behind the kit and said, "Oh, I don't really know how to play drums." Huh? Gwangyul? Gwangyul's third stage evolution? Oh my goodness. I love that. That was honestly one of my favorite story arcs to follow during Suband 1 was Gwangyul's progression from a vocalist to a drummer. It's just like, that's not a natural progression for a band member to do. It's typically a drummer starts on drums and stays on drums. They don't transition into a drummer. No, that doesn't happen. Gwangyul did. And he pulls it off so, like, if you showed this to somebody who didn't know who Gwangyul was, and they kind of had like an idea of how music worked, and say, yeah, always been the drummer. No, no, not always the drummer. I will never not be amazed at that. I will never not be amazed by that. It's just so cool, so cool. But I do like the kind of, it's a lot simpler than the title tracks, which makes it a lot easier to listen to. Like a B-side, admittedly, I feel like shouldn't be too complicated. And in terms of like, well, this is on Flare and Jogging. Like the album was Flare and Jogging on it, and it checks out honestly. Like the early days of Lucy very much has a really nice groove to their music, even back during their like Suband era. So like they had, well, Flare was part of Superband, Snooze was part of Superband, and Straight Line for me kind of gives me Snooze vibes, and I don't know what it is about it, but this kind of groove is so nice. It's very nice. It doesn't need to be overly complex though. And I think that's what they've done really well with this, is that they didn't make it too complex. They made it with just enough flair in it to be a B-side. Because I feel like if you try to promote this as a title track, it doesn't have enough substance behind it, like it doesn't have enough meat on its bones. But as a B-side, it is so nice. It's got the right amount of energy to it, the right vibes, the right instrumentation, the right elements in it. Nice! Good start. Moving on. So Stove Clip 4. Live clip for Stove. I swear I'm not dyslexic. Stove was part of the Hero album. Or the single with Hero on it. Inside. Acoustic start.
차가운 바람 하나가 창가에 앉아 나에게 너의 얘기를 들려주었어. 유난히 추웠던 겨울 별빛
I barely heard Pia-chan starting over there.
우리는 반짝였었지 저 별을 따라.
차가운 바람 하나에 흔들리듯이 너에겐 작은 바람도 어려웠을까.
Sangum's mic's running a little bit hot.
추웠던 겨울 금은달 아래 소중히 여긴 바람이 이루어질까.
눈꽃이 떨어지면 거리는 밝아지고 우리는 그 속에서 춤을 추게 될 거야.
불빛이 우릴
There is a subtle background vocal there.
종소리가
Very faint though.
우리는 이 겨울을 날아 남겨진 마음들도 지나버린 시간도 언젠가 그려져만 간대도 괜찮을 거야. 얼어붙은 꽃처럼 홀로인 날 따스하게 녹여주었던 너는
Ooh! Sharp on the cutoff, sharp on the re-entry. Oh, and let it trail off at the end.
아직도 나를 따스히 안아주었던 너를 기억해. 하얗게 내린 눈 위에 우리 얼굴을 그려.
I don't know how else to describe this, but it does feel wintry.
눈꽃이 떨어지면 거리는 밝아지고 우리는 그 속에서
The ambient vocals? Is that one song? Because the main harmony is between Sang-yeop and Kwang-yeop.
소리가 들리면 우리는 이 겨울을 날아 남겨진 마음들도 지나버린 시간도 언젠가 그려져만 간대도 괜찮을 거야. 얼어붙은 꽃처럼 홀로
Oh, a double bloom at the end of that chorus. Nice.
그날의 시간에 그 순간에 머물러 나에게 같은 하루 같은 세상 속에 너라는 바람이 마음에 불어와.
Oof, let us shine, Sangyup.
기다리던 날들도
Knew there was one more hit coming.
순간도 어느새 우리 곁에 올 거야 시간을 넘어서 네 마음이 춥고 외로울 때 내게 그랬듯이 너를 혼자 두진 않을
Especially this refrain here, very much Christmas carol-y. I butchered the melody a little bit, but oh, no final chord. Ooh, I wanted one final release at the end. Stove's really nice though. It genuinely does feel like the song you'd hear on like a movie where, you know, like a big family comes home for the holidays and all of the kids had gone off to college somewhere across the country and they've all come home at once. It's very warm and cozy and very homecoming-esque in a way. And I think that's so nice. When did Inside drop? February. I don't know why it's giving me Christmassy vibes. I know that lots of winter like elements, especially in the lyrics, but something about it is very just giving me Christmas carol-y vibes. And well, here's the thing: I'm not mad at it one bit. I think Christmas music is kind of nice. In fact, some of my favorite artists do some really good Christmas music. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, shout out Trans-Siberian Orchestra one time, a staple in the Western Christmas world. But yeah, Stowe's really nice. It's very warm and it's very cozy. And I love how ambient it gets in certain parts. Like there were, oh, what was it? Was it the bridge? The bridge just goes so atmospheric all of a sudden. It's like the musical equivalent of feeling warmth radiating from a crackling fire. And the way the song starts with the crackling fire motif, and the way the vocals just kind of spread out like heat coming off of a fire, I think is so cool. I love when, I don't know if that was like the main intent behind it, but I love it when things like that tie in together. It's very cool. Love that. Okay, I need to... This is Wonder off of their Gotcha album, if I remember correctly. This is just essentially two guys on a road trip vibing to music, or I've been told. Whoa! Don't mind me, I have a CAD program running in the background on my laptop. Very loud, I've just noticed that. I apologize. Hey, yo, hold on. Why does this groove so unbelievably hard? I also like that it's one of their more heavily engineered songs. Like, the electric violin sound, the percussion part isn't like a drum part, it's a launchpad part. This is very much a driving song. Oh, they've done such a good job with this. Peep the octave splits too. Love that even though it's just the two of them, like, musically, all four instruments are getting their chance to shine. Slow it down one time. Oh, give me all of the vocal harmonies, gents. Very much this type of vibe. I won't lie, that ended a lot more abruptly than I thought it would. Oh, please tell me there's an outtakes reel. Please tell me there's an outtakes reel. Yes!
이런 거 해줘야 되는 거 아님?
이형 이렇게 하는 거 살면 처음 봐.
They are such dorks. I love them to bits, but they are such dorks. Oh, point proven. Oh my goodness. No, hey, you gotta let out the inner, like, the inner kid in you, right? At some point. That was spectacular. The groove of that was absolutely gorgeous. It's so nice. It's so nice. And you know, like, when it comes to like special clips and kind of putting the medium of the special clip and the song together, it's perfect. This is a song I will happily take road trip with. It's so nice. And it's actually a lot of fun, but it's one of those songs where you don't need a whole lot of bodily movement to enjoy it. So like, say, you know, I'm on the road, I've got my hands on the wheel. This is a song where it's very much a tap on the steering wheel and just head bob back and forth. It's one of those songs that doesn't require a whole lot of movement to enjoy, but you still want to move along to it. It doesn't take away too much attention from the road in front of you, but you can still enjoy the moment, enjoy the music, and that to me is a sign of a great driving song. And the fact that the special clip is just literally of them driving, great. I also do like that this is a little bit more along the, I mentioned it earlier, but like the engineered route. Like this is very much more synth heavy, more production heavy, in that, you know, there's a lot more electric instruments going on. They're not using like traditional drum kits. Pretty sure Ye Chan's violin was either had some form of pickup on it or was just flat out an electric violin. It wasn't acoustic with a mic on it. Just all of it just feels so much more digital, and I quite like that. Is, when you think of band music, you think of an electric guitar, you think of a bass, you think of a drum, and I mean, in Lucy's case, you get violin in addition, right? You get a violin as like an extra side dish. But you don't really think of it being overly engineered. Like, you don't really think of bands as having a lot of post-production stuff going on. But especially if you have someone like One-Sign on the team, like, you kind of have the creative freedom, but also the creative confidence to go in that direction, and it definitely shows on songs like this. So, very nice. Very much enjoyed it. Okay. Pretty sure this is the last one. So this was one of the collaboration pieces that, where was it? Daybreak and Lucy partnering up together. This is Always. This is part 2 of their collaboration. They did one called The Answer before this. But I saw a comment for this one, so we're going to watch this one right now. Away! Featuring Daybreak and Lucy. Now, who are Daybreak? They performed at the 2018 Olympics? Ooh, very cool. I love it when we get to learn a new band, so this is gonna be exciting. Here we go. Away. Seeing 2 bands come together too. 2 different colors coming together. This is gonna be fun. Having a dedicated synth guy is going to be interesting, because we don't get that in Lucy. We get keyboard and synth parts in Lucy music, but we don't get to see it.
며칠 밤을 고민한 question 무심하게 간단한 answer 내게 남은 calls all no good to you 별빛마저 사라지게 해 내온 쌓인 화려한 불빛에 비친
Also dedicated guitars too.
You can count on me. You can count on me. You can count on me.
Oh.
이미 날 가진 듯이
날이 저문
Oh, not as punchy of a chorus as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so it's increasing in steps. It's a slow burner. You know what I find really cool about this setup is the fact that the only instrument that is doubled up in this entire arrangement is the bass. That is so rare. It's like, you have a keyboardist, I mean, Sangha can play guitar, but... And this, he's just having like a vocal role, right? Like, this is 2 4-member bands coming together, and yet the only instrumental overlap is in the bass. That's so cool.
너도 같은 걸 느낀다면 don't worry I'm same You can count on me You can count on me You can count on me
I like that the vocal roles have switched now.
날이 저문 밤을 입은 듯이 달라진 넌 달과 별은 너가 내 눈빛에 가려
Battle the instruments section. Nice. Where else are you gonna get a violin v synth solo battle? And a purely instrumental outro to finish. Oh. Oh wait, is this the other one? Is this the other one that they did? Is this Oh no, I gotta scroll down quite a ways. Is this the answer? Demons 42. You know what? The fact that it's popped up, let's watch it. I'm down for watching it. I wasn't planning on watching it, but let's watch it anyways. Shoot. Let me actually confirm that this is the right one. I know, like, you guys watching will probably know what this is, but we're doing this in real time, so I wanna just confirm. He's the answer. The answer. Okay, yeah, let's watch it. We probably should have watched that one first because we're kind of going out of order. But oh, very nice. It's very groovy. It's also It's a song. Like overall, is kind of understated in a way. It's not a very flashy song, even though it's two bands coming together. It's not very flashy, and I like that about it. It kind of reminds me, in terms of how, like, boom in your face like this song is, kind of reminds me of Sakuramen is a Japanese like traditional instrumentation group partnered up with boy group Soridemo for an OST for an anime. With a song called My Song My Days. It's a very pretty song. Very much enjoy it, but it's really pretty. It lets the instrumentation shine, the vocals are really pretty, and it's a really unimposing song. Yet it's still really pretty. OA gives me the same vibes. I still can't get over the fact that the instrumental overlap just is non-existent in this lineup. Like, it's such a unique setup that what Lucy have, right? Like, Sangyop usually would have an electric guitar on him, or a guitar of some sort. He doesn't in this setup. That's fine. But you have Sangyop and Gwangil, who are on vocal duties, but Gwangil also has drums. But even in this combined setup, Gwangil is the only drummer in the group. If we're coming to like the kind of standout instruments, or like the instruments that kind of stick out a little bit, you have Yechan from Lucy on violin, and then unfortunately I don't know who like the Daybreak members are, but keyboard or synth. Violin versus synth. We got two of them going back to back, kind of in like an impromptu battle in a way, just kind of bouncing off of each other, and I think that's so cool, especially in the after the post like production kind of editing part. You give a little bit of a digital filter to Yechan's violin part. It kind of ties the two together, and then you have your dedicated guitarist over on Team Daybreak. Then you also have Team Daybreak's own dedicated vocalist. And then there's a shared part between the two, and it's a bass. Thing is, like, as a Lucy fan, I know how flashy Wonsan can get on his bass parts. I don't know about the gentleman over in the Daybreak camp. But you put those two together, you almost get the feeling that, oh, is the bass going to be a little bit overwhelming? No, it never felt overwhelming at all. In fact, they played really well into establishing the low end of the song. And they grooved off of each other so well. Oh, it's a very well-balanced and well-organized collaboration. And from two groups with quite different structures to them, it worked out really well. So let's check out this next one. I wasn't planning on watching this, but let's watch it anyways. Again, we got a groovy one.
어떻게 그런 말을 하니 한숨도 못 자고 결국 무거운 아침이 되어버렸어 오늘 약속을 고민하다가 그냥 일찍 나왔어 풀리지 않는 마음에 너무 답답해
Pick the harmonies.
너를 기다리며
a little bit bouncier.
왜 이러고 있지 너만 오면 바랄 게 없었던 처음에 그 맘이 다시 떠올라서 나도 모르게 웃음이 났어
Ooh, a little bit of free meter.
풀리는 맘은 날씨처럼 어느새 봄이야 마주치는 모든 꽃
Even in this arrangement, once you get Guangil on vocals, the song just boom, takes a step back. Also, shout out one song vocals.
이게 나의 봄이야 이렇게 좋은데 이렇게 행복한데 너를 바라보면서 습관처럼 우린 마주보면 이렇게 풀리는데 아무리 엉켜봐도 이렇게 녹아버리는데 바보 같은 내가 외워
I like the amount of harmonies we're getting in this one a lot.
너만 있으면 돼 이렇게 쉬운 답이 있는 걸
Hey!
이렇게 쉬운데
This one's actually quite a bit quieter than the other one. I didn't realize until now, sorry y'all.
아무리 엉켜봐도 이렇게 녹아버리는데 바보 같은 내가 외워줄게 나는 그냥 너만 있으면 돼 그거면 돼 이렇게 쉬운 답이 있는 걸
I love the various little textures we get throughout this entire song. It's so satisfying to listen to. Oh, that's so nice. Hold on, wait. That's really nice. Well, I'll actually rewind it so you get the entire heart thing, but that's really nice. Whoa! It grooves. It grooves so nicely. There's a nice pep in its step, and it also grooves. And all this, honestly, the setup with these two groups together is so fun to listen to, because you don't really know what you're gonna get from it. So this one, you got a lot more of the electric guitar taking lead instrument from Team Daybreak, and it's just the way they come together is so seamless, effortless. They work with each other so well, especially in the vocal department. Like, hello, the vocals in this one were spectacular. The two main vocals doing their thing, lots of harmonies, especially when you get thrown a little bit of a vocoded, background vocal from someone like One-Sang. It's just, oh, very nice. I'm glad I took the time to check this one out, even though like might have not talked about this one all that much. At least compared to OA. This one was a nice way to end it off. Nice happy pill to end it off. This was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun indeed. Lucy are just a fun time, man. Like, I feel like through the process of watching Superband over on the community page and just learning about how Lucy came to be and just the personalities and the musical ability that went into the formation of this group, you already knew they were going to be something a little bit different, just based off of, no normal, like, band frontman, if you will just go into an elimination show or like a, band creation show and purposely choose a violin. That's just something you don't do. Typically, like, the stereotypical formation of a band is a guitar or maybe two, a bass, a drum, and a vocal. So maybe 5 members. Lucy, from an early time on Superband, even with Joohyuk as the vocal and guitar part, in substitution of Sangyup. From early on, they had a solid sound signature going for them. They knew what they wanted from early on. And especially with, shoot, what was that? Hold Back the River. Hold Back the River when three-fourths of Lucy were put together. The first performance with Gwangil on drums. You knew from then on that, oh, this formula is going to go places. And it really did go places. In fact, like, I don't want to say this, but if we're talking about, like, groups that made it to the final six on Suban, Lucy are arguably the most, like, well, they're the ones that are the most active in the form that they finished the show in. Like, yes, Juhyuk went back to Gift and we got Sangyup in his place, since now Sangyup is the vocal and guitar representative of Lucy. But if we look at, like, here, we'll go back to this window, but this is their Spotify page, right? So if we start with this is their solo debut single with Deer, so intro and flowering. 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020, like, Lucy are by definition a COVID group. They debuted in the heart of COVID. And yet, oh, look at how far I have to scroll down. Like, 2020, EP in 2020, their first OST, their second single, their second OST, third single, fourth single, fifth single, second EP, another OST, another OST. I guess 2021 was a little bit quieter, but 2021 you had a 3-track single, a 4-track single, a 2-track, or that's a 1-track single technically, an EP, and then 2022, just last year, OST 1, OST 2, which Police Class from Rookie Cops, great OST, highly encourage you to check it out if you haven't already. The Daybreak collaborations, 2 more singles, another OST, another single, more OSTs, the whopper, the mammoth of an album that is Childhood. More OSTs, more singles, more OSTs, the Insert Coin EP. And then these OSTs we've checked out in some capacity on OST Saturdays. But the amount of music they have put out since completing Superband and joining Mystic Story and debuting under Mystic Story is immense. And this is the group that got second place on Suband 1. And now I know, some stuff went on behind the scenes, how Hopi Polo didn't get the world tour and things like that, but seeing the amount of music Lucy has put out in the span of the last, 3-4 years, and just the amount of music they continue to put out, like, I feel like you don't need to go more than a couple months before you get a new Lucy release in some capacity, whether it's OSTs or a studio release or a cover or something like that. And that's so cool. Like, shout out Mystic Story and Yoon Jong Shin for, like, keeping Walls fed with music and content. But shout out the members for continuing to put out music as we go on, because this is the rate that they put out music and the rate that they get calls for music is hard. Like, even the most prolific K-pop artists don't get called back this much in a year. That's cool, and I love that for them. And that kind of just means there's an endless supply of Lucy music to go around, which is never a bad thing. But that is it. 45 minutes later, that is it for the deep dive for now. Of course, when this goes out tomorrow is the EP I'm very much excited for. We're going to be covering it properly, full album listed. We're going to be covering the MV as usual, and just kind of enjoying the time because, well, even though my first era with them was unbelievable in that Insert Coin EP, this will be the first era with me knowing Lucy. Like, actually knowing Lucy. The members, what they're capable of, the skill sets, what they sound like. And I reckon I'm going to enjoy this. No matter what the music is going to be, I'm going to enjoy this. So, I look forward to seeing you all there. But that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be, checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. Know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. Ooh, excuse me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.